Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, today I wanted to talk about something in particular, but for some apparent reason, I downloaded to talk about being authentic. Like, for some apparent reason, I mean, tell me if I'm right or wrong, but lately, that's all people have been talking about is just being authentic. And I'm assuming it's because that's the energy that we are in at this moment is you being authentic, right? So I'm just being obedient. I downloaded it and I was told just to talk about being authentic. So like for instance, like for me, like when it comes down to being authentic, which is what I'm doing now, like I'm on YouTube, right? I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't edit my videos. Now, I know how to edit videos. I choose not to because of the fact that I'm realizing like when I do look at people content like on YouTube, I can imagine how many times that they mess up and they get their editor to edit it out. Like I can imagine how many times they keep rehearsing. And it's like for me, at that point, like it don't have no substance. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like when you're up here and you're genuinely talking and you decided not to cut anything out, then in that moment it's like, okay, well, whatever comes to mind, then I will know, okay, it's genuine, right? Like it's coming from my heart. So that's how I feel when it comes down with YouTube. Like I'm not editing anything. If I mess up, I don't care. I'm gonna show you because you need to understand, like, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to sit here and pretend like I don't mess up. Like, really look at these people online and just imagine, like, when they be doing these skits and stuff, like, how many runs that they go through, like, how many times I gotta keep cutting and cutting. I'm not doing none of that. Like, I want you to see my transformation. Because, like I said in my other videos, like, I had a fear of being seen. Like, I did not want to be on social media. I didn't want any of those things. Like, I was okay with just being homebody, stay in my bubble, and that's it. But like I said, a calling on my life, I kept getting that nudge like, hey, you need to be on social media. Like, you have a lot to say. So finally I just took the leap and I did it. And it's a big relief off my shoulders, like I said. But, authentic people are hard to find. But I'm saying this now, like, we're in this place where more and more people that are just like me are speaking up. Like, we tell it like it is. Like, people around me, a lot of times they will say that I'm mean. But I'm not mean. It just, I tell the truth. Like, I'm that friend where you come to me, you ask me for advice, I will tell the truth and I will hold you accountable if you done something wrong in that situation. I don't believe in agreeing to what you're saying. I don't believe in egging on your BS. I don't do that because my thing is I don't want you to do the same thing to me. So I don't do it. So people consider me being mean because I tell the truth. And then I don't know if y'all noticed, but my voice is slight deeper and my tone of voice, kind of aggressive. So it's like that also play a tone. I'm sorry. That also play a huge role in my delivery when I do speak to people. So I try to be mindful in my delivery because people get very offensive, like very offensive. So I try my best to like really work on my delivery. But other than that, I'm just honest. If it's a crime to be honest, then hey, I'm committing crimes every day then, if that's the case. But to get back to just being authentic, just being you need to understand that being authentic is something that a lot of people seem to not really want to be in that energy. A lot of people can't deal with their true self. Like, they can't accept the bad and the ugly. They can accept the good, but they try to shy away from the bad and the ugly, right? But being authentic, you accept all versions of you. Even the versions that you hid and tuck away for years, you accept that. That's the whole point of shadow work. Is you going within and you discovering those parts of you that you thought you like just tucked away. But dealing with those things, you accept all versions of you. That's how that works. And let me tell you something. When you accept all versions of you and everything that you have done in your lifetime, when somebody come and bring up something from your past, because let me tell y'all something. You have people from your past that you are running to, and correct me if I'm wrong, they will bring up old times. And it's like, in my head, I'm like, listen, that's the version I share with you, but that's not the version that I'm in now. I'm no longer that version self. You get what I'm saying? So you have people that bring your old self up. And then a lot of times when they bring it up, they bring up the negative. Like, what y'all used to get into. I'm like, so we didn't have no good times? Like, why you bringing negative things? That make me look at you sideways. I'm like, you still on that BS. Like, nothing about you changed. Like, you still that type of person. But at the end of the day, I don't even take it personal with people like that, because it's like, okay, whatever. Well, I see it my way. Like, I outgrew you. It's a reason to why me and you are no longer connected or no longer in the same space, because we do things totally different. You still doing what you're doing. I'm doing something that's feeding my soul, you know? So it's just ridiculous. I'm sorry, y'all, because I had somebody do that. Like, hit me up on Snapchat, right? Out of the blue. I ain't heard from this person in years. Just hit me up on Snapchat. Didn't even say hello. Didn't no greetings or nothing, and just say, you remember that time when we used to da-da-da-da-da? I'm like, what? Like, how you come out of the blue and come bring up things from 10, 12 years ago? Like, that don't make any sense. I'm like, you in that space of reminiscing. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to entertain it. So you know what I did? Open and closed it. No, I didn't. No, I did not respond. And I know y'all saying, well, it's going to show that you read it. So I want you to know that I read it, to let you know I ain't on that BS. Like, I'm not going down. Listen, to me, I look at it as a gateway to hell. And what I mean by that is, I feel like you was tempting me to go back down memory lane with you. I'm not tempted by your energy. I don't want that energy. Keep it over there, far away from me. I work too hard to work on myself and continue to, I'm sorry, y'all. Cause I'm passionate about this, because it really threw me for a loop about somebody really contacting me, and that's all you had to say. Like, I haven't heard from you 10, 12 years, right? And you couldn't even say a hello. How you doing? You go straight to reminiscing on some BS. And I'm like, and to be honest, we weren't even really friends. That's what really threw me off. So I'm like, you on that type of time. I'm not on that type of time. But I just realized, listen, I'm in a different space. I'm elevating. I'm evolving. I'm not going that way. I'm not going down that route with you. I'm not. So the best thing I did that was best for me was to not respond. And that's another thing. When you start to go down this road of enlightenment and you really be yourself, you have people like that, but you have to make a choice. You going to entertain the conversation or not? Now, me, I'm not entertaining it. I'm not, because like I said, I'm on an energy budget. My energy is given to those I want to give it to. I'm not going to give it. I'm not doing that. And you shouldn't either. So, I know, I'm sorry. I just went on a rant, because it irks me with people like that. But at the end of the day, it's like, I feel like it's needed, because they know, okay, well, she ain't really on that type of time no more, so let me go on by my day. Yeah, do that. I outgrown that situation. You know, it's sad, but only thing you can do is just hope that this person eventually go down the same road that you went down, right? And that's the ultimate goal, is to be authentic and walk in your higher self, right? That's the ultimate goal, you know? And it's unfortunate a lot of people don't want to, because a lot of people are afraid of what they may find out, what they may see. Why do you think so many people was going crazy in the house during that situation that happened in 2020, right? Like, they had to sit with themselves. It was too quiet. They couldn't be out. Like, they was going crazy because they had to face every version of themselves, and they couldn't handle it. That's why I preach so much on how you will reap the benefits of working on yourself, because you don't understand. Them people was going crazy because they had to sit with themselves for a couple of months. You got to work on yourself for maybe years. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's not a marathon when it comes down to really working on yourself, when it comes down to self-development. You know, you'll get better and you will evolve, but once again, evolving don't have look, evolving does not have an expiration date. It doesn't, you know? And that's what people need to understand. Like, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. That is it. Okay. You are here to collect data. Go and collect some data, but don't be stagnant. Don't be living a lie. Because a lot of people on this internet is living a lie, as you can see, because they spiraling. And another thing, watch the people that you are watching online. Because there's a lot of people now feel like being authentic is a trend. Being authentic is not a trend. And this is where you need to be tapped into your intuition to decipher what content you want to look at and what content you don't. Because you got a lot of people out here now want to say, oh, I'm natural, I'm this and I'm that. Want to show you ins and outs of them life like they just an ordinary person. Since when being a homebody is so trendy? Since when you accepting all your flaws and all the different versions of you is trendy? That ain't trendy. That is not a trend. And it's sad to say that's what people are hopping on now. And I'm like, that is not a trend. But what they need to understand is them being fake will be revealed. So my whole thing is, at the end of the day, you're still being fake. You're not being authentic. How can I put it? You're pretending to be something else for views. You're still doing the same thing. Nothing changed. It's just a different story. That's it. That energy that you have is still the same. It just look different. And that's some type of people. So that's one advice I give you. Watch some people. Don't be giving them the time of day on social media, because they're not authentic. They're not walking in their higher selves. And you will know, because once again, when the people that are walking in the higher selves, we all are aligned. You know, because I'm gonna give you a prime example. The last couple of days, like, everybody that I do watch that are you know, I can say they are people that's on the same journey as me. And, you know, they are on different journeys, you know. And one thing I can say, our topic has been like the same when it comes down to, you know, watching the people you surround yourself with, being your higher self, being authentic. We have all been talking about the same thing the last couple of days. So you cannot tell me that we are not downloading from the universe the same message. That's why I said at the beginning of this video, I wanted to talk about something else, but I was told to talk about this, you know? So it's just very important now. Like, you need to get your ducks in a row. You know, I understand you may be afraid to show yourself, and people may call you a weirdo. People may not understand you. Listen, I've been there. I don't care. I always like, I never been like the type of person to follow the crowd. I never been that type of person. And I will tell you this, and I'm gonna be honest. I tried it in high school. I tried it, but it wasn't for me. Like, it was like this. You know how? Okay, let me think. It's like this. Like, I was trying to jump into something, but I got kicked back out. I'm sorry, I got kicked out, right? That's how it was. And I'm like, okay, well, it didn't work for me. Me just being myself didn't require me. Like, it didn't require much work for me to be myself, you know? So I just always, you know, been myself. I was like, well, I attract those that are just like me, you know? But I realized, like, a lot of times, you know, I was also attracting people with, you know, other energies that we kind of had similarities in. But like I said, I'm on my journey now of like removing a lot of things and accepting a lot of things that had traumatized me, and also understanding my character, you know, understanding, you know, who I am as a person, what I like, what I don't like. I'm right now, I'm learning all of these things, right? And I feel like that's another thing that also make you authentic, because you are actually taking the time to like peel layers back of yourself and really understanding this is you, this is all of you, and you accepting all of you, right? I feel like that's a part of being authentic. Like, you can take your story, everything about you, everything you learn about yourself, and put it on display for the world to see, right? And you don't have no ill intentions. Like, all your intentions to the world is pure, and people will feel that. You know, people will know that you're coming from I could say a positive place. I guess you could say that. But it's not hard work. Let me tell you something. if you got to work at being authentic, then it's a problem. Then you got to think people have malice intentions too when it comes down to, saying that they are, authentic, or they are themselves, like they are real. People use that word a little bit too loosely, talking about I'm real. No. Listen, people that are real will know who real people are. You don't need to blast it to the world what you are. You know what I'm saying? That energy, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand. We're not in the times where you talking. You talking. You can talk all you want. You can tell me whatever you want. I'm not going to believe it. See, me, I'm the type of person, I can go in a room and I can read the energy. That's the same thing with me being around people. You being around people. You will go off their energy. You will know somebody full of BS. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Like right now, these people that are fake. Your time is up, because people like us that can read energies very well without even saying a word, we gonna call you out on it. Because at the end of the day, y'all been having these platforms so long that you guys have really tarnished people brains. I'm gonna say that. People out here, I don't want to go on a rant, but it's like, it need to be said. Like I can say what I'm about to say ties into being authentic, right? Y'all out here got these people messed up, because the way that they thinking, like, it's ridiculous. Like, when I be hearing people perspectives on certain things, their opinions, I'm like, where you getting this information from? But I realize, like, look at the people that are on these podcasts and these social media platforms. These are all people that has not dealt with a trauma. They all are talking out of emotions. They're always putting down somebody, a female, a man. Like, it don't end. I'm like, why are we not operating out of love? But I understand, I don't want to talk about it, but those know, when I'm going with this, but it's ridiculous. Like, that's why I feel like, Source was nudging me so much to come up here and speak now at this time, because it's like, I was sick of seeing what I was seeing on social media. I'm like, okay, it's getting out of hand now. I said, everybody out here got something to say. These gender wars, man ain't this, man ain't that, woman ain't this, woman ain't that. It's like, at the end of the day, what are you? Tell me, you heal? You worked on yourself? You uncovered things about yourself that you didn't know that was there? What? You do some self-development, some personal, like, what did you do? Like, because someone that worked on themselves, trust and believe, they would not be entertaining that conversation. They would not be in that energy either. Because one thing about it, I will say this. Your demeanor and your energy. Your demeanor, your energy. Those are the most important things when it comes down to being on these platforms right now. Because if I can read your energy, then I know either I'm gonna look at you, or if I don't. If you someone that can't really detect people's energies, you can read you'll read people's demeanor, right? You look at that person's body language, see how they move. That should help you out to determine, they BS or not. But just be careful, because these people out here, they trying to pretend to be woke, as they want to call it. But listen, I won't even use the definition of woke, to be honest with you. Because it's much deeper than that. Anybody can be woke, but everybody ain't spiritual. Everybody ain't enlightened. That's different. Everybody ain't healed. People don't want to put in the work. But I'm just telling you now, you'll put in the work. You will. You definitely will. When you look back on your life and realize, like, I have came a long ways on working on myself, you'll realize that, certain situations don't faze you. You don't react a certain way. You're very calm. You at peace. People also notice, like, something about you, but they can't figure out what it is. It's because you're going through a transformation. You gotta understand what's happening in the inside will eventually show on the outside. And that's how it is when you go through your transformation. Understand that, right? So my whole thing is, I want you just to be yourself and be authentic. Because once again, listen, it's hard out here in these streets. I'm gonna say that it's hard out here when you're trying to, when you continue to try to be yourself. Because people do test you. I'm gonna tell you that. People will test you. And I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you a recent example, you guys. So If you don't know, if you haven't looked at the rest of my videos, I'm actually going through a divorce, right? And I still have to call him my husband, my spouse, right? We had a conversation, and he was just explaining how, I hurt him, and just a whole lot of, and like I said, I'm a listener. I'm not gonna cut you off. I actually listen and try to understand from your perspective. That's just how I am, right? And he was coming off in a place of like, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that, right? That's what he was doing. And you want to know what my response was? I said, you're right. I said, you're right. I did. I said, I thought about it the other day. I said, and I could take full accountability now of what I've done. I said, and I apologize for it. Guess what he said after that? Just guess. Oh, okay. See, he thought that I was going to respond with something negative. He did not expect me to take accountability. That's how you get people. Let me tell you something. When you want somebody to shut up and they coming at you and blaming you on some stuff, take accountability. Tell them what you done, apologize for it, and watch them shut up. Because them type of people, all they feed off is toxicness. If you don't give them that, what can they do after that? But what? Shut up. So do just that. Believe me, it will work. If you want somebody to be quiet, somebody is nagging at you, trying to say you did this and pointing the finger, just take accountability and apologize. And watch and see what they do. Because they ain't got nothing to, they don't have anything to say, because like I said, they're fueling off of toxicness. And because you didn't feed into it, they don't know what to do after that, but to say, oh, okay, or don't say nothing at all, right? So, it was funny, though, because it was like I hit him with a curveball that he didn't see coming. And I instantly knew that he was waiting for a reaction so we can go back and forth, but I'm not in that space. I'm not trying to be in that space. Like, I'm not going to give you my energy, my time of day to have an argument about something that I know what I done. I don't have a problem. I'm at that place where I don't have a problem with owning up to what I did and apologizing. I don't. Especially if I know for a fact I did it. Because what you gotta understand is, if I do something later on, or like right after it happened, my higher self instantly say, you shouldn't have done that. I already go into a mode of already checking myself, like, girl, you shouldn't have done that. Right? This is why I say it's so important with being self-aware. Because my whole thing is, you will get in the habit of checking yourself if you get out of pocket. But that's the ultimate thing, because your higher self is taking you accountable. Holding you accountable for what you done, right? It don't get no sweeter than that. And this is how you continue to grow, when you continue to check yourself. Saying you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that. Okay, how should I have handled this situation, right? That's all you got to do. Like, it is not that hard. But people feed off of drama, toxicness, the world right now. That's what they've been putting out, feeding the people. And that's all people want to take in. But it's like, we not in the energy no more. Like, we not in that energy. Like, right now, we should be in the energy of love. Like, that's it. But unfortunately, some people are not in that energy. But, hopefully, a lot of us that go through this transformation, we can put our stories out there and help those that, interested or going down that same road of enlightenment. That's the ultimate goal, is to go through your transformation and share your story. That's it. Like, show all of it. If you mess up on your first video, it's fine. Mess up a couple times, it's fine. Because what you got to understand is, like, we are not perfect. And like I said, I'm not going to edit this video. You're going to see everything. You're going to see me mess up a couple words. Okay, that's fine. And I also have to understand, I'm sorry, y'all, but I do talk fast. I'm from the country. I'm sorry. I am from the country. I don't know if you could tell, I don't talk proper. I don't. But I don't care, because I love every minute of it, being a country girl, not a city girl. You know what I'm saying? I love it. So, that's it. This video about what? Ooh, 444. Okay. But, yeah, this video is almost 25 minutes long. But I think I touched base on everything. I think I did. Let me think. Anything else? Yeah, I think that's it. I think I said enough, and you know, talked a little bit more about some side things, but I feel like in that moment it needed to be said because somebody needed to hear it, you know. But thank you guys for listening, and just continue to be you once again. Don't allow nobody to write your story. You control your story. You are the author of your story. Do you hear me? You are the author. Don't let nobody else. Don't listen. And also don't let these people conform you. Don't let them influence you to do things that are not in alignment with you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Cause these people, we don't need them people. Let them go. Don't listen. They ain't nothing but Agent Smiths. You a Neo. You understand me? You Neo in this situation. Let them Agent Smith go do what Agent Smith does. You Neo. You gotta go and help other people, right? You gotta go help other people come into enlightenment. You ain't got time to be playing around with Agent Smiths over here. You get what I'm saying? So just be Neo, which is be yourself, be your higher self, and be good at it. You get what I'm saying? Because being good at it don't require a lot of work. You understand? Because when you are authentic, it comes easy. It comes naturally, right? So just be you. All right.